At the request of my good friend Shannon, today we are going to write a rock song. The great thing about rock music is that it's simple. So I've put together a chord progression that we can start with. 2 bars of F, 1 bar of B flat, 1 bar of C. This will be the basis of our chorus. Now, to spice things up a little bit, I've added a few extra notes. You don't need to do that necessarily. You can just stick with the straight triads. The chord progression for the chorus will sound like this. And of course, if we have a chorus, we then need a verse. I've got 4 chords in my verse: D minor, F major, B flat, and C. And just to spice things up, I've added a few extra notes. You don't necessarily need to use those. Now, probably the most important thing of rock music and popular music is that we want to make our music popular. So we need to come up with a melodic idea in the chorus that's going to immediately capture the listener's attention and have them singing it as soon as possible. So we're not going to break the rules here. We're going to write a love song. It'll be about love, because most rock and pop songs are. So I'm going to use a line that is rather catchy. So I'm going to use the lyrics, "I think you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful." I love singing. Anyway, can you see how that music line fits with the F6 chord, the F chord that I have for 2 bars at the beginning of the chorus? Now, it also reflects the way that we would naturally say the words, "I think you're beautiful." So that is our link. That's our little hook that's going to hopefully get the listener interested in our song. And I'm not going to write it once in the song, or twice, or maybe 3 times. I'm going to have that musical line occur every single time we have the F6 chord in the chorus. I think you're beautiful, can't you see that I love you? I got you on my mind, when we're together I want you, my baby. I think it's love this time, 'cause I think you're beautiful, can't you see that I love you? I got you on my mind, when we're together I want you, my baby. I think it's love this time. Any other lyrics in the chorus are simply a means of us getting back to our hook. We want to hit the hook every 4 bars of the chorus. The lyrics in the verse are going to be even more simple. I'll create one short phrase and repeat it 4 times, changing the lyrics each playing. I want to be all you need. I want to be one big step closer to you. And should I succeed, it's gonna be you and me. I'm going crazy. So with the chorus and the verse sorted out, the vocal part is pretty much done. So now on to the band. I'm going to use a keyboard, a bass, and a drummer. As far as writing music for the keyboard, I think I'll simply just give them the chord progression that we already have. Because you see, at this stage, I really like to create music in a collaborative sense. I trust the players that I'm going to use. I know they're going to come up with something that firstly they're capable of playing, that reflects the style that I want, but I don't need to write every single note. I'm just going to trust them to come up with what they think best suits the song. As for the bass line, well, the bass line is simply just going to establish those low foundation notes of the chords and hopefully add some interest, rhythmic interest, melodic interest at the same time. I'll write out a very simple bass line, but most likely my bass player will come up with things that are far more interesting than what I'm actually writing down on the page. And now for the drum part. Well, I'm hardly going to write anything for the drums at all, because from past experience, writing parts for the drums, they very often don't play what you write anyway. Now, I know that's being probably a little bit harsh on drummers, but they know their instrument better than anybody else. So it's easier to write a guide, indicate some things that you want the drums to do, but basically leave the drum part up to the drummer. With all our parts complete, we've got a vocal part, we've got a keyboard part, bass line and a drum part. Well, and now it's time to put the music all together. So with all my brilliant colleagues here to help, this is how our final song sounds.
I think you're beautiful, can't you see that I love you? I've got you on my mind, when we're together I want you, my baby. I think it's love this time. I think you're beautiful, can't you see that I love you? I've got you on my mind, when we're together I want you, my baby. I think it's love this time. I wanna be all you need. Whoa. I wanna be one big step closer to you. And should I succeed, whoa, it's gonna be you and me. I'm going crazy. I think you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful, can't you see that I love you? I've got you on my mind, when we're together I want you, my baby. I think it's love this time. I think you're beautiful, can't you see that I love you? I've got you on my mind, when we're together I want you, my baby. I think it's love this time.
So when you're next writing a song, follow these simple steps. Number 1. Come up with a chord progression, a really simple one that outlines your chorus, outlines your verse. Create a vocal line that is catchy. Come up with a hook, a simple melodic line that you can repeat over and over and over to establish your musical idea. 3. Work with your musicians, work with the instrumentalists. Let them contribute in the way that they feel best. You simply guide them through the parts that you write. And in the end, get out there and play your music to as many people as you can. Music is fun, and it should always be fun. Don't be afraid to share it with your friends, just like I did today.
Together I want you, my baby. I think it's love this time.